Hello there guys, Fred Smith here, bringing you another video. Well, this is something that I didn't expect that I would actually do on this channel, because this is a game that I have played pretty much years and years ago. But hey, I decided I want to do it. I've gotten back into it. And I thought, hey, you know what, I've decided, people have been asking me throughout the years, can you please do Open BVE? Can you please do BVE4, BVE2, Open BVE now that this is the latest one and the early one, since I can't remember the last time it was updated or whatnot. I'm doing it. I want to do it, and specifically the only kind of things I want to do on it is the London Underground, the Tube, the maps and the lines that are available to do. So that's why I'm going to make a little series of them, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy it. We're starting out, I think, one of the best ones for Open BVE at least, and I think the rest of the kind of older BVE2, BVE4 versions that you can still play on Open BVE, but I think this one is the best one out of all of them. It is the Central Line. It's only a Central Line demo, unfortunately, that runs between Ealing Broadway, where we are currently, and it goes all the way up to Liverpool Street. It would have been cool if this whole route had been fleshed up fully, but it was only left as like a full finished demo. But still, you get quite a lot of stops and stuff like that, and you get a pretty cool train in this 1992 stock train. Shout outs before we get going. Go to Nanny Lane and Grandad David. That's again Nanny Lane and Grandad David. The links and stuff will be down below. Please show them some love. Quick note for the shouts, please do not request a shout, because I'm trying to go through the current list. Once I've finished that, I'll start accepting like new shouts and stuff like that. Thank you. So, Open BVE, if you guys don't know what Open BVE is, or maybe the first time we're seeing it like on a video, I'm pretty sure that everybody knows what it is by now because it's so old, but this is the first in me covering it on the Fred Smith channel. It's an old simulator, and basically the first iterations of BVE4, BVE2, and even like BVE now was like a simulator where you're in a picture cab. Obviously this is Open BVE, so I can move my mouse around, but in the older versions it was just like a static thing where you would watch basically the tracks moving and stuff, and that was basically the experience. But now in this version they tried to do like make a version where you can like ooh, camera, come back to me. Yeah, so they made a version where you can basically go outside and have your own like open world and have your own free roam camera and whatnot, which I thought was pretty cool. Not many maps and stuff were optimized. I don't know too many of them. I think only the Northern Line and the Central Line are like two of the good ones, and there's also like the Waterloo and City, which is also alright for Open BVE, but obviously most of the lines are underground, so you're not going to be going into this kind of camera view or whatnot. But this is the Central Line, probably the best one. I thought I'd start with the best one, why not, and the most kind of modern one available for this game. The game's free, by the way, so you guys can download to your heart's content or whatever. It's not that difficult to download, I do believe. You just go onto the website, download it, extract it, and then you basically have user data in your Open BVE folders, and then you have like a file folder and a sound folder, and you put both of those together, and then you basically have separate routes for a train route, and then you just put those together. Can be a little bit difficult, or it's not, but it's not too bad. Not as worse as see. But yeah, that's basically it. That's my kind of rundown of Open BVE. Not this like the John Road old school simulator that first kind of like motivated the first kind of iterations on PC that emulated this style of simulation as well. And for me, like in terms of London Underground and the Tube, like I think this is good. Like TML did something with World of Subways Volume 3 with the Circle Line, which I feel that is the best iteration in terms of graphics, but I feel this one is the best one in terms of simulation, and I hope you will get into it. So, we're here at Ealing Broadway. The doors are open. We go into our cab. I do believe there's not much I have to do because the Central Line is automatic train operation, so I don't actually have to drive the train. I can if I put into restricted manual, but there's only a certain speed I can go up to, so I'm going to have to drive it automatically, where I just press 2 buttons to activate the train. But I do believe to get the train rolling, I press insert or delete to get the total key thing there, whatever, I don't know what it's called. Then if I press page down, that activates obviously the PA, as you can hear. Now page down, I think that is in manual, restricted manual. Then if I press it again, I do believe it goes into ATO now. Yeah, you get the little jingle that comes on, so I think it's in automatic train operation. All really left to do in turns is, I don't know, maybe I need to put into forward. I'll put into forward. But I'm pretty sure because it's automatic, you don't have to put into forward. Or maybe you don't, I'm not sure. And then I feel that we just need to get straight into neutral. And there we go. I've had a little few problems and stuff with this train, but hopefully it should all be good. PA is automatic, so I don't even have to set up anything, which is just, nice and handy. And yeah. And we go into the free room, and we should have actually departed some time ago, but we're going to be naughty. And actually, let's just go to the free room camera. Right, close the doors, F5 to open and close the left side doors, and F6 to close and open the right side doors. There we go. So now to activate ATO, we press 5 and 8. Not on the numpad, just the normal 5 and 8. And I hold it down for a few seconds. And there we go. ATO is on. I don't have to do anything. I can just sit back here and talk to you guys. And, that's the Central Line. That's how it's driven in real life. I can't really drive it myself. Unless if I put into restricted manual, but I'll only be able to go up to 15 miles an hour, which we don't want to do that for the whole trip. Anyway, let's get back into the cab. Leaving Ealing Broadway, one of the 2 out of 2 west terminuses for the Central Line. You do have your other one all the way up in West Ruislip, I think, and then you have Ealing Broadway, and then I think that's it. You have other locate points like North Acton, which will pass in this, and then I don't know if other trains terminate elsewhere. I don't know too much about the Central Line. The 1992 stock is actually one of my favourite trains. You can see here's some AI. It's not, it's some AI. I think that's the only AI we're going to get in the whole trip, and the actual camera is bugging out there. But yeah, only AI we're going to get in this whole trip. I don't think there are any 1992 stocks scripted into this. You just have the golden and green and old Barbie HSTs there for First Great Western. You got your cool little PA thing there. Coming into West Acton, like a professional, we're just going to go onto the line here. Oh, the skill for driving by the AI. Well, not the AI, the computer. And you can see the screen down there has turned on, but obviously it doesn't work in real time because this engine's so old. I remember starting to play this when I was 7 years old. Right, stand clear the doors. This train's ready to depart. and then 5 again to activate the ATO. And the screen does not turn off until we pass the last train marker, as you can see on the left. And the sounds are actually really good. Like, this sounds good for a 1992 stock. Like, really good. I'm pretty content with it. Now, problem with external views, like, I don't know how to reset the camera. Like, this is something really bad of me. But yeah, I don't know how to reset it to where my train goes, because, like, this is the external camera, and it stays at the original station we started at. I don't know how to get it to where my train is. The exterior camera stays with the train. I can actually, if I'm skillful here, I can use it and then put it inside the train, so we have like a nice like interior view. And I say the interior is like really good. Like, sure, it's pixelated and whatnot, but I can deal with this. This is nice. The camera does sometimes move because it's very loosey-turvy. But yeah, very nice interior, and actually if you put it in the front of the train it doesn't really move, but if you put it towards the back of the train it tends to move with the train, and it can be a little bit annoying. So I would suggest, if you wanted an interior camera, put it in the front here, so it doesn't move like and be annoying, because I think the center point for this exterior camera is somewhere in the front here, not in the back of the train. So yeah. There we go, Northampton. Ooh, perfect stopping position, ATO, very nice. We're slightly late, but it's fine. Now I'm just gonna, and these cameras are very interesting, like explore the numpad, and yeah. You see, like, But I like the cool little, like, countdown displays, because they go, like, mind the doors and whatever. Anyway, stand clear the doors. And I'm just going to hop back to the front. Let's just get in here. And let's depart. Yeah, Northampton is also a terminus place. Like, I guess in rush hour, like, trains don't need to turn back. Right back to the front, and a little views from the front of the train. A very long line, the Central Line. The Central Line spans so much. I don't think it's the longest line. I do believe the longest line is the District Line. But the Central Line is long. And if it did still have the Epping to Ongborough branch still attached to it in real life, then I would feel it's kind of completed with the District Line. East Acton, well, we're going through all the Actons today. I just noticed a little countdown bar, the watch that obviously counts down our time in the station. So you can see it's like already turned on there. And those chimes, I do believe to the, you know, the ATO is still or whatever. Anyway, stand clear of the doors. You can see like the graphics here. Like obviously, like that reminds me of like playing good old OMSI when I was growing up. Like obviously, graphics in OMSI are way better than BVE, but you know, still cool. Whistle coming up, whistle board. Interesting note here, the central line switches tracks, and I think it's the only place on the entire network where for this short distance up to White City and then up to Shepherd's Bush, there's like a change in tracks. So like we switch tracks and it goes on to like a different platform. I think at White City, like that's why when you see trains at White City, they come out the opposite way, but at Shepherd's Bush they come out the right way because of the switch of tracks, because obviously they go under Westfield Shopping Centre. Years ago when there was no Westfield, there were just like old train sheds and stuff, so yeah. To White City, let's do a passenger view approach. Saw their Sadvus Andreas advert there. But this obviously is based before Westfield, so there is no Westfield. It's been based like quite early 2000s. There we go. White City is also terminus for also rush hour, I think, as well. I think the middle platform is the kind of terminus platform, and I don't think it serves through trains. It's a cool station. Actually, let's go out and have a look at it. There you go. Nice through platform. This train can open both of its doors on both sides. It can't open them for a long time together. It has to open one side then the next. And I think it's showcased. I think it's Stratford. They have a platform like they do at White City. Anyway, let's get back in here. Stand clear of the doors, this train's ready to depart. But obviously today, here would be where Westfield Shopping Centre would be, but back in the day there wasn't. And obviously here would be where the Circle and Hammersmith City Line passes, would be the new Wood Lane station, I do believe. But now into complete darkness until Liverpool Street, really. That was the only bit of light we were going to get in this journey. I can, if I press 7, I can turn the cab light on, but I kind of like it off, to be honest. Like, I can see like the speedometer and everything in the cab and stuff like that. And also, I don't think it's legal to like drive with a cab light on. I think there was also, we're getting a lot of flagging. I can speak now because there's less energy. I don't think it's legal to drive with a cab light on, because you know when the train's in the tunnel, like you got like that kind of can distract. And also I think it's the same for like bus drivers. Like when you board a bus at night, like the front lights turn on, but when the doors open, but when they turn off, the light turns off because the light there can distract. Guess it's similar for tube drivers. As we enter Shepherd's Bush, and we're now on the correct side. The platform this side is on the right side. And obviously now today you could change for London Overground and National Rail Southern Service Station. I think my next Open BVE video will be on the Waterloo and City line. So we're not changing well, we're sort of changing trains. I think that one will be with the older kind of livery, the blue and white livery. So. Coming into Holland Park, it's a really lovely park, has a lovely botanical gardens where I actually fell into the pond, like in the botanical gardens. Like they have all these like botanical fish, and I was like going up to the pond because I like looking at the fish, and I actually fell into the pond, and like it was the middle of winters. I think it was like the December, just where it actually snowed, so it was like ice cold. And then like I was wearing as well like a puffy jacket, so I fell in and like my whole jacket got wet, so like going home was like all soggy, and it was horrible. Not an experience I would want anyone else to feel. Did I open the right doors? Sorry, the left doors seemed to open. Maybe I didn't, I'm not too sure. Let's do a bit of passenger driving. like being in this 1992 stop, like in the tunnels and stuff, it actually doesn't like feel like an old game. Like, and like, you know, the detail is actually really good. Like I genuinely feel I'm in a 1992 stop. Like, driving. That is correct. District and Circle Lines Notting Hill Gate for the Notting Hill Gate Carnival, which is actually coming up very soon at the end of August, I do believe. I will leave the links down below for where I got all these lines. The website at OpenBVE, I do believe they have everything. The only kind of thing that is missing is like all these routes that they've produced don't actually have the full routes. They're just like demos, like this one. This is Queensway? Yeah, they don't have like the full demos. I think a couple of them do. I think the Bakerloo line does, and that was actually one of my favourite routes because it has that. But yeah, I do believe they have everything. It's just they don't have like the proper routes and stuff. So yeah, but they do have all the lines, which is good, and you know, a couple of them do, but I will leave the links down below for the website I got them, so you guys can read them. Oh, doors haven't closed again. It has this thing like where the doors don't close properly. I like to feel that like simulates a person like getting stuck in the doors. Saw a little track there going off to the right. I think that's like a forking. I don't think that's a siding. I do believe there is a siding at Marble Arch, and some trains terminate at Marble Arch when things go wrong or whatever. Yeah, but I will definitely leave that in the links. Like you probably click a link at the end of the video, and it'll probably like give you the kind of lines and stuff. And obviously they do have everything, but like they don't have the demos, which is like they have the demos, which is quite annoying. Like they don't have proper kind of lines and whatnot. So it would be good if they could like, you know, include that. But I do believe, yeah, they do have everything. They have Central, they have Waterloo and Sea, they have Victoria, they have Circle, District, Metropolitan. Like there's even a DLR line. There's no London Overground. There's no... Yeah, I don't believe they have everything. But like I say, all these lines that are everything, but they don't have the full route. So... Wait, what? Oh, I know what I was doing. Like, I was doing this. Like, I was, like, opening the upper one when I was closing that one. So I just closed them both. you know. I do believe this is where the siding is for Marble Arch. Yeah, you can see it there on the right. Marble Arch, home to the, the famous arch. Also one of the many stations along High Park. Like, High Park's huge, and, well, it's not huge, but it actually has quite a lot of tube stations surrounding it. Like, obviously you have High Park Corner, you have Knightsbridge, you have Marble Arch. All of the stations, like, we just passed, like, right now, like Lancaster Gate, Queensway, etc. All of those are along the northern path, High Park. So essentially, anywhere you exit in High Park, London, you go down to a tube station. It's like, This is a Central Line train to Liverpool Street. It's always actually kind of funny when I think about it. Like, obviously the tube today is like getting modernised and, whatever. But like, when obviously I think about it, like the Central Line, obviously you'd think that the 1992 stocks are quite old, but they are old, but like they're not like as old as like you'd think. Like you think, oh, 1992 was years ago, but I mean they are getting modernised. They are getting new trains on the Central Line. I think the Piccadilly line is actually before the Central Line, but the Bakerloo line is literally the last line that's getting modernised. So it's like quite weird. Like, oh, do you think the Central Line is quite old? And it is, but like, not as old as you'd think. Like, because, most trains are getting modernised. Like the Bakerloo line with the 1972 stock, the 1973, 1974, stuff like that. So, obviously it's not that old. The tube's not as old as you think. And I think it's also the same on the S stocks. Like, I think it's pretty much on the Circle, Hammersmith and City and Metropolitan line, and the District line as well is pretty much complete. There are a few D stocks running for Heritage on the Heritage lines, but yeah, pretty much all S stocks the District line. So yeah, so it's funny, you like, oh, I think these tubes are 1932 stock, they're told, but no. Coming into Oxford Circus, one of, if not the busiest tube stations in London. Like, anytime I visited it, it's just been chock-a-block would be mega busy. Like, just chock-a-block with people. Crazy. That is right. Bakerloo and Victoria lines. Right, stand clear the doors. I think it would be really cool if BVE could be done in a more modern way, like with passengers that move. But to be honest, the people not moving in this doesn't really bother me, because it's just the sounds are so good, the detail is so good, everything about it is quite good, and that's that's one of the things that OpenBB is being modernized and stuff. But it's it's quite cool how it is. Look at this. Like, I've been to Tottenham Court Road many times. This is obviously before the refurbishment. But, like, look at this. This is, like, really good detail. And, like, the way... for BVE, this is actually a really good map. I want to see if I can get a screenshot. No, forget it. And obviously back in the day we couldn't change and got on a Piccadilly line service to Aldwych. I think the only reason they closed down the Aldwych branch was because of the lifts. They weren't operating properly, so they had to shut it down. So if the lifts hadn't been a problem, then we probably would have still had a Holborn branch. I mean, an Aldwych branch. I'm just saying Holborn branch. Like the centre of London, so Chancery Lane, Bank, St Paul's, and then Liverpool Street, really. If you need some help with downloading OpenBVE, just let me know in like the comments and stuff. As I said, it's not that difficult to download. You just have like a few different websites and stuff, and you just put like your user data in them and then connect all the folders and stuff for BVE. I suppose you have like, I guess the warning would be like it could get difficult if you had other folders connected to your softwares and then also they're programmed into OpenBVE and then you needed to like separate them because OpenBVE is just one big folder in your user data pile of software on your computer or PC. So if you had like different folders for video games or whatever, then you would need to disconnect that because you need OpenBVE requires not much space, but it does require one space, and you need like a certain file folder for BVE to connect onto your PC or your computer to make it work. And then if you had like the same folder for OpenBVE just under a different name, that's where the problems could be, because you have two folders or you have multiple folders that have the same name and go under the same thing but are going like by different objects or whatever, and you need like one big folder for BVE and you need like user data as well. So BVE is a free game, but it does require user data, so you need that, and you need a sound folder as well, and then you need to have this like any train routes you want, so it can get quite difficult. But if you need some help, just email me or my dad and we'll get to helping you over computers. So yeah. That guy was telling us about a signal failure due to a district line train. I always forget that St Paul's has its own tube station. Like, it never gets to me. Which I think is the next station, sadly. Or do we have one more? I think we might have one more. Let's do a bit of passenger view driving, shall we? Stand clear of the doors. I will let you have a look at the Central Line map really quickly. Oh yeah, it was West Ruislip, I was right. Oh, we do have one more station. It's Bank. Bank's the next station where you can change for the Circle, District, Northern, Waterloo and City and Docklands Light Railway. I think there might be a bit of flanging because we might come in pretty sharp at a pretty sharp bend. Oh, there's a Rice City there. Rice City advert. The next station, sadly, is Liverpool Street. Really sad about that. Oh god. Oh, that did nothing. That's fine. I'm gonna try and... But these cameras. Like, one thing I hate about this is these cameras. These cameras, they will just never come to me. I can't even get a screenshot. Whatever. Thing is, I can't do like a flyby camera because the external camera just stays here at Ealing Broadway. So if I now start the train, it will follow the train, annoyingly. But guys, I really have enjoyed this, playing Open BVE with you, even though I said I would never do it. Look at me now, I'm eating my words, and we're playing. I think we come in quite a sharp bend here at Liverpool Street. Oh yes. But guys, this is the last stop. This is where you need to take your belongings with you before leaving the train. I do hope you've enjoyed this run from Ealing Broadway to Liverpool Street. As I say, I wish it was longer, but you know, it's fine. It's quite a long run anyway, and I don't think you can. Another thing, you can't do like the return journey, like it was only made one way, but that's fine. It was a nice route. I really enjoyed it, and I think that's it. I think even if I shut the doors, and you're gonna see what happens. Like, we can't go anyway because it's a red signal, but you're gonna see what happens. And it says on here that the eastbound section is coming soon, which is not, because it's never been made, sadly. And yeah, that is where the ATO stops. So, yeah, you can't go any further, and there's no, like, return thing unless you could put into restricted manual, but I don't even know if you could do that. But that's fine. Ealing Broadway to Liverpool Street is fine. Shout outs again go to Nanny Elaine and Grindr David. That's again Nanny Elaine and Grindr David. The links and stuff will be down below. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed this run of the Central Line. I have. I said I would never play it from BVE after 8 years old, but look at me now. And I really have enjoyed it. So, yeah, next one will be Waterloo and City Line, as I said. So I'll see you then. Bye-bye.